Hey guys, what is going on? We are back with another best class setup in Vanguard video for you here. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 best class setups in the Season 2 Reloaded update. Now normally with a new patch we do usually take a look at 10 class setups, but because this is like a 0.5 half patch, we're going to be taking a look at just 5 here today. And there are 5 absolutely fantastic weapons that are definitely top tier. Sadly, of course, the BAR might not be in that tier anymore because it did receive a little bit of a stealth nerf in the most recent patch, but we'll talk about that another day. But just before we do get into our top 5 here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. Of course, I know we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely fantastic. I would always love more people to join our little community here. So let's talk about our top 5 here. These are the best guns in the Season 2 Reloaded update here. So starting us off here, we do have the ever-reliable Carbine, which is just one of the easiest weapons to control in the game. It hits super hard. Your TTK value is very, very good for this particular game. It sits at about 160 to 180 milliseconds, which is exactly where you want to be in this particular game. It's very easy to control, as I said. You get decent ammo capacity. What's not to love about the Carbine? Starting us off here, we do have the MX silencer. There is a little bit of something to be said for something like a recoil booster as well, just to get a little bit of an increase to your fire rate, but you can also take a mercury silencer as well if you like recoil control. Barrel is pretty self-explanatory here, 22-inch custom for a highly accurate controllable weapon. Also, you get an increase to your fire rate. This is basically the best option that you can go with here. Optic, you can pick and choose whatever you prefer here. I like the slate reflective for a nice clear sight picture. In the stock again, we do have the Cooper 45 RS for the initial accuracy and recoil control. The aim down sight speed and the recoil recovery makes us very accurate here at those first initial bullets. Under barrel, we do have the M1941 hand stop here, but again, always something to be said for the Mark 6 skeletal just to get those sights up a little faster. In the magazine, very obvious one again, the .30 Carbine 45 round mag does increase our bullet velocity, our range, our damage, our bullet penetration, and our magazine ammo capacity. Ammo type, of course, we do want lengthened here to increase that bullet velocity. Again, there is something to be said for increasing that fire rate with the compressed rounds. This does make you less accurate, but again, it will increase your TTK by about 5%. In the rear grip, we do just have a leather grip, a very standard option for an aim down sight speed boost, but again, the fabric grip also good as well if you want to increase your sprint to fire speed. Then in the proficiency, we do have brace here again. Initial accuracy and recoil, getting those first bullets on target is very important. And then we round this off with kit, which is fully loaded here for the maximum starting ammo. Moving on here to an old reliable weapon. Technically, you can still get a 2-shot kill with the Welgun, and this thing is still very, very cool here. You move around with that when you are aim down sight a little bit faster than we have done previously with a build like this. We've sort of made some adjustments to someone mentioning that our build was a little bit slow. I agree. This build is a little bit better here for a technical 2-shot kill with this. I mean, the way this plays out, of course, we look at these attachments here with the .45 48 round mag. This does give us a damage number of 45 damage per bullet and a vital damage number of 49, which meaning if we do throw in the incendiary rounds, which the way this works is it's 9 burn damage over 3 seconds, but that first tick of burn damage, which is going to be 3 damage, does apply the second that does hit the target. So you're technically getting 52 damage on an upper torso shot, which when you do include the 320mm SA shrouded barrel, can include the upper torso and the headshot as well, which is very, very powerful for something like this, as well as this making us highly accurate controllable, giving us a decent amount of recoil control to vertical and horizontal stats. Then the muzzle, we do have the recoil booster here, again, just to give us a little bit of a boost to our fire rate of 5%. Optic, we just go with the slate reflector again for a very nice clear side picture, but you can take something like the GW03, I believe it is a very clear one as well if you do like close range optics. In the stock, we do have the SA43M pack for horizontal recoil control and aim down sight speed, but there is something else that you can take in an SA43 folding if you want to boost that aim down sight walking speed again. Under barrel, we do have the SG98 compact again to boost that aim down sight walking speed. This is a little bit of an interesting option. I don't really think you need too much extra recoil control, so this is basically just free stats here. In the rear grip, we do have the leather grip again just for the aim down sight speed boost, and then in the proficiency, we do have gung ho here to reduce that sprint to fire speed. It doesn't remove it like it used to, it just makes it a little bit better at that sprint to fire speed, which is a quite nice stat to boost. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here, but you can take quick if you are sort of sprinting around everywhere. Moving on here to one of my favorite classes that we did feature this week, and this is the combat shotgun with the slug rounds. Now, you essentially play this exactly like a sniper, as we have seen with previous shotguns like your 725 with the sniper rounds. This thing is a lot of fun to sprint around with and just get those long range kills. Technically, this does have infinite damage range. There isn't going to be too many maps and too many distances where you can't get a one-shot kill with this thing, which is absolutely ridiculous here, but it is certainly a lot of fun. Talking about the attachments here, we do have the M97 full choke just to increase that tighter pellet spread. In the barrel, we do go with the sawed-off option to increase that damage. When you combine the sawed-off barrel, the 12-gauge 5-round tube, and the slug round, you do get 196 damage per shell, which, I mean, a person only has 100 HP in this game, so 196 damage means you can get one-shot kills at pretty much any distance on most maps. Then you can pick and choose whatever optic you do prefer. We like the G16 2.5 times, but if you want something a little bit bigger here, you can take another different scope option as well. In the stock, we do have the CG Speed 3M adjustable for the hip-fire accuracy, aim-down sight, walking speed, aim-down sight speed, and sprint-to-fire speed. Again, the SMLE pistol grip for that sprint-to-fire speed and hip-fire accuracy as well. Technically, you can get hip-fire kills with this thing. It's not super reliable, so don't use or rely on them too much, but up close, it can still work. In the magazine, as I said, the 12 gauge 5-round tube does increase our damage range, our bullet penetration, our range, and our bullet velocity, but also increases our damage number in combination with the things we talked about previously of 196 damage per shell. Again, this slug does allow us to do that as well, just giving us a solid slug, which is fantastic if you are accurate with this thing. Then the fabric grip, again for the aim down sight speed, sprint fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. Thing you typically would want something like sleight of hand, but this is really up to you and you can pick and choose as you prefer. And then the kit, you probably want quick for the increase to your sprint speed as well. Moving on here to the brand new weapon in the Season 2 Reloaded update, and this is the Armaguerra 43. I like to think this thing is a little bit like an old school MP7 kind of build. It's a very, very accurate SMG with a high fire rate, which is really, really fun to mess around with. With the build that we've got here today, this thing is a little bit short in the magazine. It does only have like 25 rounds in the mag, but the fire is about 1200 and your reload speed is about 1.8 seconds. So you can absolutely delete people at about 150 millisecond TTK and then reload super quickly for your next kill. I think this thing is one of the better SMGs going around. Once you level this thing up a bit, it's a lot of fun to mess around with. So try this out. Starting us off here, we do actually have the recoil booster here again to increase that fire rate by 4.4%. This does take our number to 1333 rounds per minute, which is absolutely lightning fast here. That is an absolute bullet hose, but again, you can tone this down a little bit if you do want to sort of conserve ammo slightly. Take your Mercury Silencer for more recoil control. In the barrel, we do go with the Imerito 550mm 03P for, again, that horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control, as well as that flinch resistance. This basically helps keep us on target here with that super fast fire rate. Optic here, we go with nothing, because I don't really think these are too necessary. I think the iron sights in this thing are very clean as they are. In the stock, we do go with the Imerito T8 skeletal for the aim down sight walking speed. Typically, I do walk around with my weapon up most of the time, so keep that in mind here. The underbarrel, we do go with the M1941 hand stop for recoil control and accuracy. The .30 Russian short 25 round mag, again, does increase our fire rate, bullet velocity, damage, and that reload speed as well. Again, this is a little short when we do consider how fast this thing does fire. Typically, you're going to get your 1 or 2 kills before you have to reload, but the reload speed is very, very fast at 1.8 seconds, so keep that in mind here. This thing is an absolute monster up close. Ammo type, we do have lengthened here to increase that bullet velocity by 30% to 500 meters per second, which is nice for our hit detection. In the rear grip slot, we do have the leather grip here for just the aim down sight speed boost, a very simple attachment. Proficiency, again, sleight of hand is a bit of a must here just because we want that faster reload speed with that low magazine size. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here, but you can go with quick as well if you like a faster sprint speed. And because we did mention earlier that the bar did get nerfed, the BAR copped a little bit of an accuracy decrease to its sort of vertical recoil control. Makes it a little harder to hit shots here. We still have our 2-shot kill LMG in the game, which is probably still the best gun going around. Just being able to get 2-shot kills at 150 rounds in the mag is just ridiculous. This is one of the best guns in the game at the moment still, and that is of course the Whitley. You've probably seen this class floating around on the channel a little bit. I still believe this is one of the absolute best guns in the game, but if you haven't already, this is what we do go with here. We want that Mercury Silencer to increase that recoil control because the barrel we've chosen, which is the 16-inch CGC Shrouded, we can be a little inaccurate here, but it is really all about leaning those first couple of shots, which makes it very, very easy with this thing. Again, the aim down sight speed increase, the fire rate increase, the aim down sight walking speed, and the sprint to fire speed are very, very good here, but you do lose a little bit of that accuracy and recoil control, so we do make up for that in other areas. In the optic slot, we do go with the G16 2.5 times scope, again for recoil control and accuracy, as well as a very nice clear sight picture. In the stock, we do have the Gracie EM3, aim down sight walking speed, initial accuracy and recoil control, recoil recovery, and aim down sights. But I wish this was an attachment on every single gun in the game. This is just a perfect combination of attachments here. Underbarrel, we do have the M1941 hand stop. You already know what this does, recoil control and accuracy. 150 round box mag to give us that 2-shot kill at 68 damage per bullet means we hit the target very, very easily with this thing. Can literally just fire for about 35 seconds uninterrupted. And then the ammo type, we do have lengthened here for a very nice bullet velocity. The leather grip in the rear grip slot gives us that aim down sight speed boost. The proficiency, we do have hard scope here, so typically you will want to walk around with this thing aimed down sight most of the time just so you benefit from hard scope. And then in the kit, of course, we do have fully loaded here to give us the most amount of starting ammo as well. So these are, in my opinion, the top 5 best guns in the game at the moment. If you do think I missed something, make sure you do let me know in the comments. I really do think the Armaguerra 43 in this game is something pretty cool, something a little bit different. That high fire rate weapon with a decent TTK is very, very cool for this game. It's a nice little addition here. Again, if you do enjoy these ones, ones and you do want to see more videos like this, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers. If you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely massive. And again, hopefully that means I will see you in the next one. Bye!